I've been testing GLM 5.2 and honestly, it's impressive. GLM 5.2 is a powerful AI model from z.ai built for complex reasoning, coding, analysis, and long-horizon tasks. What really caught my attention is its massive context window, which makes it interesting for working with long papers, technical documents, and complex research tasks. You can use it to analyze information, compare research, solve difficult problems, write code, and work through multi-step tasks. But then I realized something. Research isn't just about asking AI questions. That's the problem Multilo is designed to solve. Multilo isn't another AI model. It's an AI-powered research workspace built around your actual research project. Let's start with the research library. This is where you can keep your research papers and references organized, so your literature isn't scattered across random folders or different tools. Then you have your research documents. You can work directly on your research draft while keeping the surrounding research context connected to the project. And then there's metadata. Instead of treating every paper as just another PDF, metadata helps organize the important information around your research sources, authors, titles, publication details, references, and other information that helps you manage your literature properly. Now, let's talk about citations. Because in academic research, generating a citation isn't enough. You need to know where it came from. And more importantly, you need to know whether the source actually supports what you're saying. With Multilo, you can trace a citation back to the source and inspect the relevant passage. Then there's claim check. This is especially useful when you're writing academic content because it helps you check whether the claims you're making are actually supported by your sources. And then there's mind map. Research ideas are rarely organized from the beginning. You read one paper, discover a new concept, connect it to another study, find a research gap, and suddenly you have 10 different directions in your head. Mind map helps turn those scattered ideas into a visual structure so you can actually see how your research questions, concepts, and directions connect. But research doesn't stop with papers and writing. You also have data. You might be working with Excel files, datasets, experimental results, graphs, or other research material. Multilo brings data analysis and visualization into the research workflow, so your data doesn't have to live completely separately from your research. And if your work involves programming, you can also connect your research project with GitHub, keeping your code and research workflow closer together. Then you have research-focused AI agents. Instead of using one generic chatbot for everything, you can use specialized AI workflows for things like literature review, finding research gaps, methodology, rewriting, translation, and other academic tasks. And this is where I think the difference between GLM 5.2 and Multilo becomes really clear. GLM 5.2 is an AI model. It's the intelligence you can use to reason, analyze, code, and solve complex tasks. Multilo is the research environment. It's where your papers, documents, citations, ideas, data, code, and AI workflows can come together. So I wouldn't really ask, which one is better? I would ask, what problem am I trying to solve? If you need a powerful AI model for a specific reasoning or analysis task, GLM 5.2 is definitely worth exploring. But if your problem is managing an entire research project and keeping everything connected, that's where a research workspace like Multilo becomes much more useful. Because the future of research isn't just about having smarter AI. It's about having a smarter research workflow. Your AI can think. Your research workspace should remember. And that's exactly what I'm building my research workflow around with Multilo.